Daniel Cormier with us now. In DC, you and I go way back, but you got to admit, Topuria is reminding me a little bit of Kenny Florian. Doesn't he look like he could be his cousin?
Yeah. Yes, he does. And honestly, his swag, the way he carries himself, Kenny Florian with the dress, because remember, Kenny was one of the first guys to truly elevate the dress in the UFC. And then Conor McGregor, that swagger and that confidence reminds me, Ilia Topuria gives me those types of vibes also.
100%. All right, DC, great to be with us. Obviously, Joe here, both of you guys in Vegas for the fight. So, DC, you're one of the few people to become a two-division champion in the UFC. Ilia Topuria vacated that featherweight title to try and do the same thing Saturday. How hard is that to accomplish, being a champ in two different weight classes?
Oh, it's unbelievably difficult. I mean, there have been 26 people that have tried. Only 9 have been successful at becoming champions in two different weight classes in the UFC. But if there's a guy that seems to have the goods to get it done, it's Ilia Topuria. This guy has tremendous boxing. His confidence is next level. It's hard, Molly, but this guy feels like it's just a matter of time opposed to can he not do it.
Joe?
DC, you've got Ilia coming up in weight, which he's already talked about how he's been basically able to eat whatever he wants in the build-up to the fight. Meanwhile, on the other side, Oliveira has a history of really difficult weight cuts, and I'm sure this week is going to fall into that as well. Stepping up could be a disadvantage, but with the weight cut, does that tip it back into Topuria's favor?
You know, one of the biggest issues with the weight cutting is it's very hard. There was a picture released of Charles Oliveira yesterday. I hope that that's not his weight cut today or on Thursday, because it looked like he was really hurting, and that picture would have been on Wednesday night. That's too early. Obviously, you take something out of yourself when you cut a massive amount of weight, but I think, at least from my opinion, I know in boxing it was very prevalent to the fights. We have 30-something hours to recover after making weight. I think that in that time, if you do the right things, you can be yourself whenever you step into the octagon. So, yes, it is a factor. I don't know that it means as much as it looks on the surface.
DC, tell me this. Despite being the former 155-pound champ, Oliveira, significant underdog to the former featherweight champ, Topuria. Is Charles being underestimated unfairly?
Molly, he's being underestimated, and he feels disrespected. I asked him the other day about this exact thing. I go, dude, you've defended the belt. You've won the belt. This kid's coming up, and now he's like a 4-to-1 dog, you know, for him to be able to become the champ again. He's a bigger guy. He has experience in the weight. He feels disrespected. I think he's getting overlooked, and I think that a lot of people will be surprised at how Oliveira competes on Saturday night. The issue is Ilia's only been phenomenal. He's only knocked people out, and we have seen Charles get hurt before. So I think that is why the line looks like it looks going into this fight.
Joe, what do you expect from him?
The pricing here is absolutely wild. Let's give you some perspective. When Oliveira took on Islam Makhachev, which is widely regarded as the best pound-for-pound fighter in the game, Oliveira was plus 180. That means a $10 bet returns $18 in profit. In this fight, he's plus 350. That is almost double the odds against the guy who's coming up in weight. So from a value perspective, you're looking at Oliveira here. But you've got to be cautious with that because Topuria has been an absolute beast. So if you're looking to bet Topuria, you probably want to find a different method. Maybe you bet him by knockout. Maybe you end up betting him with a parlay in which you bet him to win and over 1.5 rounds. Couple things I would look at, betting Topuria at a more reasonable price.
DC.
You know,
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Molly.
No, go.
That happens a lot, right? Where you get a big-time favorite like Ilia, and people will throw $100,000 to win $35,000 because they think it's such a sure thing. But as time has told us over and over, in mixed martial arts, anything can happen at any time. So you can be winning 24 minutes like Kamaru Usman did and get kicked in the head by Leon Edwards. We saw Georges St. Pierre lose to Matt Serra. Anything can happen in this sport, and I believe that is why the UFC and mixed martial arts is such a fun sport to be a part of.
DC, what will it take for fans to get to see Makhachev versus Topuria?
I think Islam needs to win and he needs to go back down. I don't know that Ilya will go to 170. I don't know if he's big enough to fight in that weight class. He says that if he wins, he would be open to challenging Islam. But what about the rest of the guys at 155 that are waiting for a championship opportunity? I believe Islam would need to go back down to fight Ilya. Hey, Ilya is a monster. Ilya is big, he's strong, but he is a little short. And I know as a guy that was shorter in my weight classes that at times that can be very difficult if you're fighting the right guy. But this dude seems to have it all, man. He seems to be ready to become a champion and become a legend in the sport.
Joe?
Two things could really help us get that fight. Number one, if Oliveira is able to get Topuria on the mat, have some control, and expose him down there. Very difficult, but that's how Makhachev took out Oliveira. You'd want to look at something like that. Number two, Islam's even said he's moving up in weight class, but he hasn't been putting on the weight that he thought he would, so maybe it'll be a little bit more comfortable coming back down versus what he originally thought. But I think DC's right. There's an opportunity there, and as fight fans, I think it's something we're all going to want to see.
All right, UFC 317 tomorrow. Guys, enjoy it all.